Yo, yo, what is up, everyone? We are back. And yes, I am just finishing up sharing out the stream, getting folks all situated and settled in, getting myself settled in too, and just making sure my PS5 controller is connected. I accidentally hit my Pro controller, so now I think I resunk my Pro controller by accident, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But first, I want to go ahead and greet everyone over on Twitch and YouTube. Let me pop open my chat really quick so I can quickly get right into it. And my members graphic is nice and updated, showing all 40 of our awesome Glimmer Gang affiliates. Thank you all so much for making our 11 emojis over on YouTube happen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And the lovely folks who are subscribed over on Twitch, Slunko Bomb Gaming, Endless One Up, Mo Moon, Jingai, and Lord Koj. Thank you all so much for supporting me on that platform as well as on YouTube. So yes, the Glimmer Gang affiliates, folks who are members on YouTube, I pinned the link to join in the live chat over on YouTube. So who we got so far? We got 40 folks, so let's get into it. Omega Ace Gaming, who just smashed 800 subs over on his channel, he's having a celebration, so feel free to go check out his work. And he's doing not a member giveaway, but a channel giveaway for folks over there. And thank you to him, Snorlax, TetraFan1000, Orudelpha, Haunted Wisp, Dr. Lucy Van Pelt, B Tender, Daniel Martin, Shady Frosty, Slunko Bomb Gaming, Kever M, Endless One Up, Cafe by the Way, DJC Game Studios, Mo Moon, Travis MCP, Glimmering Harpy, Luke's Awakening, Quiet Chris, Hans Brand, Terrence Martin, Retro Ralph, Myself in Comics, Stampede Gaming, The Retro Bro, Movies Madness and Entertainment, What to What, Potion Sword Run, SSJ K. Sanctum, Mike Stanchill Porter, Skywalker the Jedi, Jacob Aram, Brian M., Mike Hawkhurts, The Pastafarian, Keely Chow, Rise of Zen, Andrew, Michael Garvey, and Aries the Child. So thank you all so much for joining the channel, and thank you to the generosity of Omega Ace Gaming, Kever, and Travis MCP, and everyone else who has helped out other folks to join the channel and get in on all this fun emoji live stream awesomeness. So thank y'all so much. And Old School over on YouTube, hello, and Potion Sword Run over on YouTube, good afternoon. Remember to smash the like button like a pimple on the prom night. What's up, Original Seed? Good to see you. Good to see you in the chat as always. And Mattia says, good to see you all. Hope you're in a better state than DC. Yeah, I was like frantically watching every stream I could to get an understanding of what was going on, but it just seems like a lot of people, including myself, are like just really confused at what's happening right now. All these articles and announcements and stuff that are happening. I just want to I want to try and just absorb as much information as I can before I try and like draw any conclusions, because I'm really just perplexed. I don't know what to say. Jed 300 says, what? Oh, so there is some new movie news that is surrounding DC comic movies. So yeah, if you're not caught up on it, I would definitely encourage you to check out some YouTube videos on it. But yeah, I'm pretty much just like learning and trying to absorb all the information I can before I draw any judgments. And thank you to folks popping in over on Twitch and YouTube. Welcome, y'all. Folks over on YouTube, welcome Jed3300 and Mattia. Thank you so much. Potion Sword Run, Original Seed. Old School in the house. What's up, Old School? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for popping in. And let's see, Jonathan Mills. Hello, Rhea. Good to see you, Jonathan. Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday Junior to you. Shout out to Gibby Gibertson for giving me that awesome name for Thursday. I used to call it Friday Eve, and now I'm switching over to Friday Junior. And Mattia says, my cats love watching you, Rhea. Oh, thank you so much, Mattia. I love kitties, so that's a big compliment for me. I wish my demographic had more kitties in it. Jagorgo, hey, what's up? Good to see you, my guy. Yo, Rhea, how you liking Sonic Frontiers? If you caught my stream yesterday, I was just ready to throw the game in the trash. I was just so ready to quit, but it was a frustrating challenge where I had like puzzle pieces, or there were like beams of light being shot from like these poles in the ground, and it was a puzzle that took me like an hour to solve, even when I was watching a tutorial on how to do it. It was really frustrating. Once I got through that, then I did a Titan battle. It was the first island, by the way. And then I got to the second island and I got to meet Knuckles, and then all the good brain chemicals came back. So yes, I'm ready to get back into the game and do some more interacting with Knuckles, hopefully, on this island. But yeah, Jagurgo, have you beat the game already? Judd330 says, question, what is your opinion on the Batgirl canceled movie? Oh, interesting. So, yeah, I feel really bad for the production staff, the directors, the talent, certainly, you know, the actress for Batgirl as well. I would love to see the movie in some form, maybe in the future. Maybe they reshoot some stuff and they get it to a point where they can release it on I think the streaming app is going to be called Max. So HBO Max and Discovery Plus are going to merge and become one streaming platform. So I'm hoping that in the future we get to see some version of the film. But yeah, like, just to, I guess, quickly answer your question, my heart goes out to the team that didn't get their work seen by the public, and I hope that we do get to see it in the future. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. And Jed says, I know it's an old question. No worries. I appreciate you asking. I think about it often, though, but because it's not, like, topical, to your point about it being an old question, I don't really bring it up too much. And Matthias says, almost a rage quit. I know, dude. I was just like, I was sweating. I was just like, oh, y'all, I can't do this. But everyone was just like, you can, just do it, just do it. So yes, y'all were definitely pushing me through the bad brain chemicals for sure. And Dragogo says, lol, everyone I've talked to about that puzzle hated it too. And yep, I've beaten it. Platinum the game in 2 days. Jesus Christ, Dragogo, you're an animal. I can't deal with you. I can't, like, props to you, man. This game is so cryptic to me, but I'm doing my best to push through it. And Momoon over on Twitch. Hey, everybody. Good to see you, Momoon. Hope you're doing well. So Momoon was severely sick yesterday, y'all. He had to go to the hospital. So please give a shout out and lots of well wishes to our friend Momoon. He's an awesome supporter of the community. He goes out of his way to support a lot of different content creators, you know, engaging in the chat, keeping the discussion lively, entertaining, always a good time when he's in the chat. So he's definitely a good friend of a lot of folks in the community and a lot of the other content creators in our space too. So definitely give him a shout out and lots of well wishes too. But yeah, sending you all the best, Mo. I hope that things are improving now. And Jagurgo says, as a Sonic fan, I'm just so thankful this exists. Dude, I know, like, as a Sonic fan as well, maybe not as big of a Sonic fan as other folks online, but certainly one that, you know, loves the characters, loves the series. I just want more content overall. And I'm excited for the new Sonic Netflix animated series that's coming out too. It looks really, really good. So I'm going to watch that on Netflix once it drops. And Judd says, question, have you played Gotham Knights? I want to play Gotham Knights, so I was considering getting it on Steam, but honestly, my backlog of games and all the games that are coming out, like, all at once in this season, I kind of had to shift my priorities, so unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to get to Gotham Knights, but if I get a PS5, like, which I am more and more thinking, like, is in the cards for me, I don't know if it's going to be Christmas or maybe, like, next year or so once I finish buying everyone else gifts, because I kind of like went up above and beyond giving myself a whole trip to like Disney World and Universal Studios, so I kind of treated myself a little overboard this year, so I have to focus on other people and getting them stuff to celebrate them and now shift my focus there. But hopefully, like, when I get a PS5 in the future, I'm able to play all these awesome games y'all are recommending. And Omega Ace Gaming in the house. What's up, Omega? Good to see you. Thanks so much for popping in, and congrats on your 800 subs milestone. And folks, please go give a shout out to Omega over on his channel. He's having a stream where he's doing a community giveaway. And the homegirl Slunko Bomb Gaming in the house. What's up, Slunko? Good to see you. Thanks so much for popping in. I appreciate you stopping by. She just had a stream celebrating her milestone of 500 subs as well. They're both, you know, some of my biggest supporters and very awesome folks, friends. Like, I can just go to them and talk to them about anything that I'm having trouble with, and they're more than happy to make time and bandwidth for me. So I'm eternally grateful for their friendship for sure. And Omega Ace Gaming saying, hola, Momoon. Hey, Omega, says Slanko. Michael Garvey says, hi, Momoon. And Michael Garvey, thank you so much for jumping into the chat. And Slanko says, feel better, Momoon. Yes, absolutely, Momoon. You're in our hearts. You're in our, you know, I don't pray, but I'm sure other people are, you know, sending you well wishes. I'm definitely sending you well wishes, good vibes, all that other stuff. But yes, I'm hoping that you pull through, man. And Potion Sword Run says, I like that you keep playing Sonic even though it's frustrating. I know, dude. I mean, like, for what it's worth, it's like interesting to look at in the playback. I love getting the comments from people saying, you need to do this, you need to do that. And I'm just like, why didn't I think of that on the stream? But in retrospect, I'm like, watching these playbacks of my streams and I'm just like, God, I look so dumb. Like I should have just done that, and that. But you know, hindsight is 2020, I guess. And Matthias says, hit the like button, everyone. Thank you so much, Matthias. I appreciate it. Awesome supporter of a lot of different content creators, and I appreciate him being one of the pillars of my community in particular, as well as other ones that I engage in too. Always a pleasure to see him in the chat. And yes, Slanka with the emojis. Dude, we unlocked 11 emojis. I've only been monetized like less than a month, and y'all have already made me unlock, or given me the honor and privilege of unlocking 11 emojis. That's like bananas. Like I can't describe it any other way. So just like immense gratitude to y'all for sure. And Omega saying what's up to everyone in the chat. And yes, oh my gosh, the most friendliest chat ever. Momoon says hello, hey fellow tubers. Yes, Momoon over on YouTube now. And yes, thank y'all so much for greeting one another. I appreciate it. And Slanko says, yes, Rhea, we appreciate all your support. I try, like, I try to catch everyone's streams, at least pop in, support, increase that viewer time, all that other stuff that I try to do. So thank you so much for always being there and supporting my streams too. But never feel like you're obligated to do any of that. I support y'all because I want to, and I want to see y'all succeed. Yes, and everyone's saying get well, Momoon, get well, Momoon. Yes, we definitely want to see you see your health improve. So yes, you're gonna pull through this. And let's see. Matthias says, I finished Gotham Knights. It was enjoyable. Not as great as the Arkham games, but still I would replay it with another character. You can play as 4 different ones. Yeah, some people wanted to see some DLC come out, which like I'm really curious to see in the new year what happens there. And Jonathan says, my favorite first-person shooter is Project Snowblind on PS2. Nice, you with the PS2 hidden gems, man. And Omega says, thank you so much for helping me reach that milestone, Rhea, in chat. Omega, the pleasure is all mine. We're not done yet. We're not done supporting you. So don't celebrate too much right now. We still got to get you to 1K. And Slanka's, oh yes, I appreciate y'all supporting me as well. So thank you so much. And Momoon says, anyone here like the video game Okami? I have the physical edition of Okami on Switch. I need to play that, but again, like that's a famous line on my channel. I need to play that, and then I just completely play something else. Slanko says, never an obligation, always a pleasure. Yes, absolutely. I feel like that's not verbalized enough. So yes, absolutely. Like I respect everyone's like personal boundaries, their need for their own personal time. Not everyone can like be everywhere at once or be online constantly. So yeah, come and go as you please, basically. And yes, I will definitely continue to support you no matter what. And Momoon says, thanks for all the well wishes. Absolutely, Mo. And Jed says, I know that guy, lol. And SSK Doc Sanctum, 1K hot tub stream. Dude, what hot tub? Like, there ain't no hot tubs popping off over here, my guy. But thank you so much for holding it down in the chat, K-Dots. I appreciate your support as always. And I'm glad I could catch one of your streams yesterday where you were talking about all this spicy DC news. So like, yeah, I'm just trying to like absorb as much information from more educated people on the topic than I am. So yes, until like I have some more information and more context, I don't want to like say anything that like I might regret or that's misinformed or anything. So I'm still like learning a lot. So thank y'all so much for having these conversations so I can like learn more about what's going on in this like crazy like DC production film production space. And Omega says, thank you for the kind words, Rhea. Of course, Omega. And Jed says, Zin, I meant. Oh yeah, Zin. Oh wait, it was Zin in the chat. I apologize if I missed him. Or sorry, Zen popping up in the chat. Yes, Zen, if you're up in the chat, thank you so much for joining, and I believe being our 40th member yesterday after Omega donated 5 memberships. So yes, very much appreciate it there. And Omega says, I'm more of a hot tamale stream. Gotta have our grub hot tamale stream. And K-Dot says, bathtubs can work unless you got one with jets. Oh man, I might have a foot stream. Like, would y'all want to see like my feet? I've been taking a lot of great care of them, moisturizing them, making them all nice and clean and stuff. So yeah, it could just be a camera like focusing right on my feet. And then maybe like playing the video game with my feet, like my feet all over like this nice clean PS5 controller. And Omega saying, what's up to Judd? Mamoon says, Omega Ace Gaming, I ate a fruit-filled empanada. Ooh, that sounds actually really good. It sounds like a donut. But yes, okay, cool. So we'll go ahead and get back into the game. Hopefully my Switch didn't fall asleep. Okay. Okay, cool. My PS5 controller is still synced. Good news there. And thank you folks watching over on Twitch and YouTube. I super appreciate it. And Jed says, I see Zen is a member. Yes, Zen is a member. They pushed us over to 40 subs. So thank you so much to Zen there. And K-Dot says, foot stream, make it happen. Oh, dude. Okay, so like I'm gonna share with that I have a size 10 foot in women's. So that is a size 8 in men's. So I don't think I should like I don't think I have to tell y'all like how big that shoe size is in comparison to most other women's feet. Most women go up to like maybe a size 8, which is like a size 6 in men. So if a size 8 in men, like you do the math, it's like 1/4 bigger than the average women's foot. So yes, I don't know if that's like a bonus for some people or a turn off, but yes, if we ever do a foot stream, I just wanted to give y'all a heads up of what you're agreeing to. And K-Dot says, use your feet to play Sonic Frontiers. I know, it would be pretty on brand though, like using my feet to play Sonic Frontiers, since Sonic is obviously like running fast. So yes. And Omega says, holy smokes, Trey, I know that's a little too much information, I know, but I was just like, you know what, whatever. If it was really gonna happen, I want to set the right expectation. And Judd says, my birthday is next week. Happy early birthday, Judd. I hope you're having a great free game for your birthday. Did we do it? Yay, we did it! Yay! Oh my gosh. I can feel the good brain chemicals cascading over me. Jagorgo says, I see you skipped the shark as well. That takes way too long to defeat. Yes, yeah, I probably don't want to try and get any Titan battles done right now because I don't have enough, I guess, power yet stored or upgraded on Sonic to take on any of the Titans just at the moment. What is this? Psyloop? Cool, let's get those coins. And Slanko says, good game. Yes, girl, good game. And Omega says, same here, Judd. Tuesday is my birthday. Oh my gosh, we got all the birthday babies in the chat. Happy birthday, y'all. Or happy early birthday. What a great birthday present for Omega to reach 800 subs right before his birthday. And let's see. Oh, good game. Judge says good game over on YouTube. And Jonathan says, today is Nicki Minaj's birthday. Really? Happy birthday to Nicki Minaj. Yeah, I am a fan of hers for sure. Sometimes I wish she would get along a little bit more with some of the newer female rappers, but whatever. I mean, it might just be like the long game of what is the word? Creating buzz, you know, around two really big names. So maybe that is a strategy that that I'm not 100% sure is happening or not. I'm hoping that's the case and there's not really any negative ill will towards anyone. But yes, I love Nicki Minaj so much. And Mike Stanshall Porter in the house. Celebration. Hey, good to see you, Mike. Hope you're doing well. Thanks so much for coming in and hanging out with us over on YouTube. And Slanka with the cupcake celebration. Yes, birthday babies. What? And Omega says next week, right, Judd? Oh my gosh, y'all's birthday is coming up mega fast. And yes, oh my gosh, next week, y'all. That's awesome. Harry! Medals! Oh, when Sonic holds the tail, the enemy will act wildly, but by tilting L as it moves, Sonic will be able to keep his balance. I don't think that I'm at a point where I can beat this shark just yet, so I'm gonna escape from there. Okay, so I have to collect vault keys. Let me see how far away I am from upgrading my skills, though. Do I want to upgrade this one? Air trick? Sure, why not? Okay. Press L in the air. Oh, is that it? Oh, okay, cool. Air trick times 3. Oh, nice. Okay, so let me try this again. So it's mostly just kicking in the air, I guess. Let me try this again. Let me just get this tutorial done. I'm wondering if I'm doing it right. Gibby Gilbertson says, Happy Friday, Junior. What's up, Gibby? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday, Junior, to you, too. And Momoon says, I'm only asking about Okami because I accidentally bought a second copy of Okami and I didn't want it to go to waste. It's for Steam, though. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm good, but maybe someone else can benefit from it. If y'all would like a free Steam key of Okami, hit up Momoon. He's also on the Twitters and I believe Discord, too. Let's see who else is joining us. Mike Stanchill Porter says, I'm subscribed to Omega Ace Gaming. Yay! Thank you so much, Mike Stanchill Porter. He's a big supporter of lots of folks in the community. Okay, cool. And let's see, Sam Falcon, Rhea, good to see you, Sam. Hope you're doing well. And thanks so much for popping in. Mike Stanchill Porter says, I promote positive content creators on my Twitter. Ray is a shining example of that. Oh, thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate it. You're awesome. Thank you so much for coming through to the chat and gabbing it up with us. Omega says, heck yeah, Ray is awesome. Oh, thank you, Omega. I appreciate it. But yeah, like, I guess I can chat with y'all since, like, I'm still admittedly learning a lot about what happened with the with all the DC news happening. I don't know if other folks follow it. I'm mostly just trying to absorb content and discussions to try and learn as much as I can before I you know, make any judgments. But I do feel bad that Wonder Woman 3, as far as we know it, is basically put to the side, and potentially we may get more Wonder Woman content, but it's really uncertain right now. Nothing new has been announced. So yeah, I am mostly worried though, because the Wonder Woman video game that was I think it's being developed by Monolith, if I'm not mistaken, that one was going to be something that I would really consider as another pickup for current gen console, potentially PS5 even. So just for context, the game developer for the new Wonder Woman game is also the developer of the Shadow of Mordor games, the Lord of the Rings games. And although those are really challenging, like I played the first one on PS4 and I wasn't 100% like doing well with it, I still really liked the like how they treated the combat system and the attention to detail in the lore, character designs, all that stuff, the game design as well. So I was eager to see what they were going to do with Wonder Woman, especially because, like, as far as I know, a proper standalone Wonder Woman game hasn't, like, really been a thing. So I don't know. I'm just hoping that these announcements have nothing to do with the games that we have coming in the pipeline. I know we got Gotham Knights before all this news happened, so yeah, just me like hoping that the other creative endeavors for DC properties that are getting licensed out for things other than films are still okay. But that's to be determined, I guess. And Sam Falcon says, I love her content and attitude. She's also super cute, but that's a bonus. Thank you, Sam. But yeah, I'm kind of weird with accepting like compliments like that, but yeah, if you could just like avoid sharing those in the chat, I'd appreciate it. But I appreciate the sentiment of your support, and thank you so much. I am very grateful for it. But yeah, I just I'm kind of weird with compliments about my appearance, at least like in a public forum where I'm talking about something else. But thank you so much for your support again. I appreciate it. And Mike Stanchill Porter says, DC stuff is kind of crazy. DC actors are trying to promote new projects, and James Gunn and DC said no. I think it was really like bad timing. I wonder if they were just sort of caught off guard. And that's one of the things where I was like, I don't know, like how like clued in were they on these announcements versus when they decided to promote their other projects. So yeah, maybe they were caught off guard just like we were. I still don't know. Like, I'm trying to kind of like glean some information about like how likely that is from other people. So yeah, that's kind of one of the things that I'm like hesitant to make a judgment call on. Judd over on YouTube says, question, what's your favorite Batman actor? Oh, for me, so I love Michael Keaton's depiction of Batman and his Bruce Wayne. So that was my take personally. But it's a mix of like nostalgia, but also just like a deep appreciation for Michael Keaton's, versatility as a character actor. So yes, I would probably say that. Like the duality of Batman and Bruce Wayne, I feel like Michael Keaton did a great job putting his own spin on it. And yes, that's kind of a rough answer to your question. I hope that makes sense. And Chris Dominguez says, hi, good to see you, Chris. Hope you're doing well. Sam Falcon says, my bad. No worries, Sam. I just wanted to like let you know, because I know that not a whole lot of other people may be aware of that, but it's something I have to continue to say verbally, or else no one's gonna know. So I appreciate you being receptive to that feedback. And Jonathan says, Rhea, what is your favorite song by Nicki Minaj? Mine is Moment for Life. Oh, that's an old school one. It's crazy to think of like old school Nicki Minaj songs, and she's such a contemporary rapper. My favorite Nicki Minaj song. What is it? I think it was from Pink Friday. Hold on. Let me just double check the name really quick. The album. Okay. And, Roman's Revenge was one of the first solo Nicki Minaj songs. Well, it's featuring Eminem, but yeah, I feel like she goes super duper hard on the lyrics and for that song. Like her and Eminem just like go head to head basically, like on the strength of their bars in the song. And let's see. Mike Stanchel Porter says Lego Batman is my favorite. Nice. Yeah, I have to play the Lego Batman games. Judd says my favorite one is Adam West. Lol. A lot of people mentioned Kevin Conroy even before he unfortunately passed away. So a lot of people would say that he was their favorite Batman. And Mattia says Ben Affleck. Yes, obviously, Mattia. And Sam Falcon says, Judd, I like Affleck and Pattinson. Yeah, totally. Pattinson was an interesting depiction as well. And Old School says, Michael Keaton is my favorite Batman, is my favorite movie Batman, but Kevin Conroy will always be the voice of Batman. Yes, yeah, definitely. The voice of Batman, for sure. Okay, cool. So we'll go ahead and exit training. Momoon over on Twitch says Batflick. Oh, he's gonna be your favorite, or your pick for your favorite Batman. Gotcha. And Slanko says definitely Keaton for me. Yes, the Keaton movies go hard, girl. I could watch those over and over again. In fact, it's about that time to rewatch Batman Returns with Catwoman, Penguin. Like, it's so campy. I love it. And Judd says, cool. 1000 Star says, sup. Good to see you, 1000 Star. Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday Junior to you. And Mike Stanchel Porter says, Adam West, Michael Keaton, and Affleck, and Lego Batman are my faves. Yes, love to see it, Mike. That's a solid list for sure. And I have to look for a portal, or else I can just like keep lollygagging and looking up, or getting items and collectibles and stuff. Woo! Oof. Oh, I fell off. Okay, let me try this again. Where am I in the chat? Jonathan Mills says, I like Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne, but his Batman to me is funny. Yes, so like, I feel like Christian Bale's Bruce Wayne was really strong, personally. His Batman was kind of not super memorable. So yes, to your point, I can agree with you on that. And I love Christian Bale. I will watch Christian Bale movies all day or day. Like, he's one of my favorite actors. So yeah. And Omega says, stepped away for a moment. Love me some Batman Beyond. Would love to see a live action Batman Beyond movie. Dude, that would be so sick. Bring back Keaton to kind of be an older Batman to pass the torch to the next one. Yes, that would totally be awesome. I agree with you on that. And Judd says, fun fact, did you know that Robin Williams was going to be the Riddler? Yes, I heard about that. I forget exactly what the issues were with getting him hired, though. That would have been a fun take on the character. I felt like the Two-Face depiction that we saw in the in Batman Forever was a little too much like Joker. Like, they were just sort of like controlled chaos somewhat, but I was wondering, like, is that intentional to kind of be reminiscent of Joker? I'm not sure. I think I'm supposed to touch all the blue squares without touching the black ones. Right, let me try. Oh, I think I done goofed, because yeah, I have to restart. Okay. Mike Stanchill Porter says, so Ray, I have to ask, not to change the subject, but what do you think of MCU Phase 4 as a whole? I really liked it. So some highlights for me were Miss Marvel. What else? Let's see. Okay, yeah, Miss Marvel. Multiverse of Madness. Black Panther 2. What else? I'm drawing a blank. What was all included in sorry, not multiverse, but Phase 4. So yeah, I'm kind of drawing a blank. So like some of the TV shows, what were those? I didn't watch all of What If, unfortunately. I didn't watch Loki, WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I heard about them, but I didn't watch them. I didn't watch, what is it called? Hawkeye. Didn't watch that one. It's mostly just like I had no affinity to those characters to really watch them. I watched Moon Knight, but I was disappointed by it. She-Hulk, it was okay. Like, you know, the criticism towards it is understandable, but I had a fun time with it. I wouldn't say it's a highlight for this phase of MCU though. I guess since I'm having trouble thinking of positive things that I liked about the phase, I'm kind of ambivalent on its quality, but I'm excited about the direction that it's the foundation for all these characters is going to go, because maybe there will actually be stakes and a sense of urgency to watch more of the content now. But yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that it gets better from here, basically. Mike Stanchill Porter says, you really liked it. I'm so glad you're positive. I'm optimistic. I would say that I see this as an opportunity for better content going forward. And Omega says, I like Doctor Strange. Moon of Madness. Mike Stanchill Porter says, pandemic on. Okay, cool. So like including like Shang-Chi. Yeah, so again, like I'm all for seeing this as an opportunity for Marvel to continue to grow and continue to tell great stories. I'm really hoping that some darker stories get approved or like put into the pipeline, like with the Daredevil stuff, and maybe even what is his name? Punisher. And obviously like Blade. I'm really looking forward to Blade. Like that's the one thing that I have to like, you know, like grasp onto for like excitement that I have left, because other stuff, like I just don't know like what to expect, so I'm trying not to have any expectations. But because I'm so emotionally invested in Blade as a character since I was a kid, I am just like, please Marvel, don't mess this one up. And Mike Stanchill Porter says, Hawkeye is a good Christmas binge. Nice. Also, that came out a year ago. Jeez. And Slanko says, Loki is fire. I tried watching Loki. I don't know why I fell off. Like, because I loved Andor, and that was kind of like a slow burn show. But yeah, I had to be in the right mindset for Loki. So maybe I was just ready to watch Andor. Like, it was a better place in time for me to do that in comparison. Omega says, loved aspect of the show. Loki as a whole was okay. And Judd says, question, who's your favorite Spider-Man actor, movie or actor? So Tobey is my favorite Spider-Man live action actor. And I think the reason for that, I love Sam Raimi. I love camp. I love like campy dialogue, visual effects. Oh, I think I did the puzzle wrong. So all of that is like so like early 2000s that I really like. It's very like signature to kind of that discovery phase that comic book movies had in the early 2000s, that I kind of aligned with how I was feeling with watching Blade as a kid. So it's all nostalgia, I think, for me personally. And then let's see, I just want to make sure I'm catching up with everyone in the chat. K-Dots on YouTube says, I wonder what DLC will drop for this game. Yes, so Kever over on YouTube mentioned that there's a timeline for different DLC to drop. And Omega says, oh yeah, you loved the Loki show. Or like, you thought it was okay. Got it. And Slanko says, what about Miss Marvel, Omega? Yeah, I personally loved Miss Marvel. So I'm really excited to see her and Proton and Captain Marvel in future content. Okay, cool. Let's see. Old School says Wesley Snipes is the only Blade. I would hope that they bring him back for like a cameo or a multiverse version of an older Blade for Mashallah Ali, something like that. And Mike Stanchill Porter says, well, I'm a Phase 4 fan, but not everyone is. My name is Stan Schill. Yes, yeah. I wanted to be honest about like, okay, yeah, I'm optimistic, but I'm also realistic that what I've seen so far is making me hesitant to try and have any expectations for what to expect in the future, because so far every project that we've had, like what I thought I would get is a whole lot different from the actual product that I got. So yes, I'm trying to keep an open mind, still watch the content myself so I can judge it properly and go from there. And Kever in the house. Hey Rhea, good to see you, Kever. I just mentioned that you dropped me a DM about the DLC for Sonic Frontiers. Thank you so much. And Omega says, Slanko, Miss Marvel felt like it could have been condensed a bit. A few solid episodes, though. There was like some filler, you know, to your point, Omega did feel like it had some stuff in regards to like, you know, establishing her as like, well, they didn't establish her as a mutant until like the end of the season. Spoiler alert. But her struggling with powers and trying to fit in, find her place, and then like those teenage struggles along with the juggling being a superhuman. Yeah. And Omega says maybe Miss Marvel would have been better as a Disney Plus exclusive movie or something. And yeah, a movie that would have been sick. Or like if they release a special presentation, then they can condense it a little more. I'm interested in what they're going to do with these special presentations for Disney Plus, because I feel like that's like, it'll compel them to cut out a lot of filler, focus more on like story, plot, and establishing characters a lot quicker. But at the same time, I'm worried because like with the TV format, they can at least keep us engaged for weeks on end, while pacing out how they're introducing characters and their motivations and how we learn about them. So I'm kind of on the fence, because the execution that they've had of that idea up until this point has been kind of a mixed bag. Like, okay, we're giving you several weeks to establish these characters, but it's kind of been mixed reception on how well that execution has been. So if we do it in a special presentation format, is that going to remove the problem of giving too much focus on like, you know, the padding out the story in order to establish these characters organically? Or can there be a heightened sense of urgency to introduce the characters, establish them quicker? So I guess it's a matter of like, who's going to write it? Are they like what are they going to focus on? What are they going to cut out so that it's not jarring to introduce too many characters at once? Please do not introduce too many characters at once, especially in a special presentation. Maybe leave that to the series, and then the special presentation can focus on already established characters who we learned about in like previous content, whether it be like a movie or a show. And that was my rant. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. And Kever says, speaking of his name, lol. Everyone's saying what's up to Kever. Kever saying what's up to everyone. And Old School says, Tara Strong voiced Miss Minute in the Loki series, also voiced Bubbles, Powerpuff Girl, and Harley Quinn. Yes, she's awesome. Super prolific indeed. And Omega saying, doing well, Kever. And Slanko says, Marshala Ali is going to do great. Yes, I agree. I feel bad for him because I'm sure he is used to working with... like in the movie, in the context of like the movie studio situation of having just like a single project being worked on, but because it's a show, maybe like there's multiple pieces and different episode directors, and maybe like there's more pressure to integrate like the wider MCU into the show, so it's kind of derailing the focus from Blade, and maybe he doesn't want that. This is my speculation based off of what I've seen. Like maybe he has a vision for what he wants from Blade, and then the show is, from what I've seen done with like other Marvel content, it's more or less like a foundation to introduce other characters or other situations so that it can be integrated into more content. It's not just, you know, isolated stories, unfortunately. Like, or sorry, not unfortunately, but for better or worse. So we end up getting multiple plot threads that may or may not be 100% resolved by the end of the season or the end of the movie, and that's all in service to get us interested in purveying the next product or the next film or the next TV show or next special presentation. So at least that's my interpretation of what's happening. And Mike Stanchill Porter says, I appreciate your honesty on Phase 4. I get it, Omega Ace Gaming. A lot of people feel that way about Phase 4. Yes, yeah, like, again, what I'm trying to say is that, like, I'm optimistic for things to improve. And from what I did enjoy, I love immensely. Like Miss Marvel, for example. I really love her character a lot. So I'm really excited. Honestly, I'm pretty excited about what is going to go on with Star Wars now that Andor is greenlit for season 2, apparently. So I'm really juiced that we will be seeing more of that. And yeah, that is just like peak Star Wars to me personally. I don't know about other people's feelings on Andor, but yes, I was very pleased with how that series or how that season 1 wrapped up. And Jed says, and Twilight Sparkle, oh yeah, MLP, oh yeah, she, Tara Strong voiced Twilight Sparkle, nice. And Omega says, Mike Stanchill Porter, for me, Phase 4 was hit or miss. Yes, yeah, so like, I'm interested enough to continue to view the new projects that come out and give them a chance and, you know, judge them accordingly and go from there. So Kever M dropping the devil emojis in the chat. Jed says, hi, Kever. And Kever says, hey, Jed, how are you? Jonathan says, I honestly enjoyed playing Lightning Returns Final Fantasy 13 on PS3, and I feel like it's underrated. Nice, Jonathan. I haven't played that one. And Jed says, I'm good. And Mike Stanchill Porter says, I loved Andor. Not everyone feels that way. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, whenever I try to, you know, bring up how much I love Andor, like, I feel like I get outclassed by other Star Wars fans who just know the legacy content or animated content or other movies a lot better than I do, or like they are able to kind of reference the lore a little bit more strongly than I can. But yeah, that's how the cookie crumbles, I guess. And Ismet in the house. What's up, Ismet? Good to see you. You having fun, or is it stressing you out? Oh, so like I've been distracted talking about TV and movie news until now, so I haven't really progressed too much in the game since yesterday. But yeah, to answer your question, I haven't really been stressed out just yet, just because I haven't done anything stressful yet in the game. At least like not this playthrough. But I hope you're doing well, Ismet. Thanks so much for popping in, and hope you're having a great evening. Thank you to everyone watching over on Twitch and YouTube as well. I really appreciate it. Kever says, this is day 1 for my first mod job. Yes, thank you so much, Kever. I appreciate you being here. Yes, so for all the lovely folks over on YouTube and Twitch, love when folks engage in the chat and all that other stuff. Just a heads up. No derogatory or inflammatory language, no harassing folks in the chat. Please respect one another's boundaries, you know, like if folks are, you know, saying one thing, definitely respect their right to express their opinions on certain topics, and don't, diminish their opinions if they're different from yours. Let's see what else. And yeah, stay on topic. That's basically it. Pretty simple rules, if I do say so myself. And Omega says, I still need to check out Andor. Yeah, dude, it's sick. 12 episodes though. It's a wild ride. And Ismet says, yes, how are you? I'm doing great, Ismet. Thanks so much for asking. How are you doing? And Thousand Star says, this game is interesting to watch. Yes, watch me rage at. Oh, I timed it wrong. That always happens. Okay. Let me try that again. Kever says, I will take action if someone does something stupid in chat. No worries. Yeah, sometimes it may just be that someone doesn't realize what they're doing might be kind of weird. But yes, I tried to, you know, assume positive intent the first time. But yeah, if it happens again, then definitely, you know, I have to, you know, lay some ground rules and remind people what's going on. And Mike Stanchel Porter says, be sweet in the chat. Yes, please. J Cut says, Sonic spins and spins and spins. Yes. What's up, J Cut? It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Oh, God. The timing for that loop-de-loop is just so obnoxious. And Ismet says, good. And Jonathan says, I also liked Final Fantasy 13 too on PS3. It's one of my favorite games for 2012. Nice. Ugh. Alright. This is what makes me frustrated. Yeah, we're not going to go after that enemy at the moment. Take that. Ah. That bass, though. I think I mentioned this yesterday. I'm all about that bass. No treble. What am I doing wrong? Sometimes I get the timing right and sometimes I don't. J-Cut says, should I play Final Fantasy VII on PlayStation before I get the new remake? Or is it okay to just start with the remake? That's a good question. You might want to ask someone who's more of a fan of Final Fantasy VII than me. I'm kind of notorious for not having the best like time playing that one. I prefer 9 to be honest. So I can't really give you like an answer that isn't like completely like biased. That's not in favor of that game, but I think other people might have nicer things to say. And Jonathan says, I'm a Final Fantasy 13 fan. And Ismet says, did you come up with the boss in this game? I did the first Titan boss, or Titan battle on the first island. Ah, God. Alright, so let's try that again. Pew, pew, pew. And all the advice I've ever gotten on this game, it goes out the window. J-Cut says, never played 9 either. I've only played 8, 10, 10, 2, and 15. Nice. Yeah, I like 6, and I like Tactics, 9. Yeah, I like the high fantasy driven ones. Cyberpunk ones are interesting, but yeah, I prefer the high fantasy ones. Ismet says, was it challenging? This game is challenging. Yeah, definitely. Or do you mean like Final Fantasy VI and Tactics and all the other ones that I like? They tend to be more like go at your own pace. You can grind as fast or slow as you want. So I like it for that. It's definitely like, you know, an adventure you can curate at your own pace. Not to say that the other ones aren't either. It's just like the theme of them is something that I gravitate towards more. Slanko says, I always respect the classics of Final Fantasy, but I'm biased to say original. But most people these days are turned off by the turn-based combat. Oh, right, because the remake is not turn-based, right? And Mike Stanchel Porter says, I heard you say the Megan Trainor music. I like her. Glad she went back to her modern doo-wop style. I like her new song, Made You Look. Oh, I didn't realize that she switched styles. Ah. Darn it. Ismet says, List, you're enjoying the game. Oh, do you mean at least I'm enjoying the game? Yeah. There's stuff to enjoy about it for sure. I agree with you. Yay! I did it finally. Oh my god. Oh, I should have. Oh wait, yes, I can do that. Go, go, go! Yeah! So satisfying. And Sanko says original Final Fantasy VII is turn-based, but the remake is more action. Yes, yeah, that's what I thought. The remake was more action combat based. And then it's also divided into chapters, right? So there's new chapters being released for it in the future. Ooh, what's this? Oh wait, I gotta jump up there. Okay. Mike Stanchill Porter says, "Go Sonic, go!" Yes, go Sonic, go. That's what I like to see. What's up here? J-Cut says, "I'm all out about that bass, no mackerel." Or, you're all about that bass, no mackerel. Nice. Yee! Medals! What's over here? Go, 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 go! Oh no! Yikes! I ran out of time. And, Ismet says, "What's your favorite Sonic game, old gen or new gen?" So, like, in regards to, the question of old gen versus new gen, do you mean, like, what do you consider new gen? 3D Sonic, is that new gen for you? Because I tend to go for the more modern Sonic games, to be totally honest, because those are the ones that I have the most memories with. The 2D Sonic games I didn't really grow up playing, so when I tried to get into them, after having already experienced the 3D ones, it was kind of a huge learning curve. Go, go, go! And give me 1 second, y'all. I don't want to fall off. Yay! That was fun. Ismet says, yes, yeah, so like, I think I answered your question. And Ismet says, "Go to the puzzles on the floor you missed." I'm unsure what you mean by puzzles, or which ones I might have missed. J-Cut says, "Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles are my favorites by far." Yeah, it's awesome, dude.
You are not ready.
Return when the time is right. I remember that. Am I gonna fall to the to my death? Okay, cool. I didn't. Kever says, "I need to do Sonic 3 at some point with Tails." Oh, nice. What was the last classic Sonic game that you played, Kever? Sonic. Oh no, I should have done air stomp or something right there. Let me try that again. Kever says Sonic 2. Oh, okay. How did you like it? Was it your first time playing it? Oh, I keep screwing that up. Okay. Ismet says, "Try unlocking much of the map as you can." Yeah, that's when I like can find items that unlock it, like hearts and stuff, right, Ismet? Did I do it? I think so. Kever says, "When I play offline during a hiatus, yes." Oh, okay, cool. That's awesome. Yeah, it's good to take time off and just, you know, enjoy playing games just for the fun of it. I need 16 keys. Or, sorry, medals. I do not want to fight the shark right now. J-Cut says, "Sonic Advance is an underrated series." Yeah, dude, the Sonic Advance games look really, really fun. I am a fan of, what was that BioWare Sonic RPG? Yeah, I forget what it's called, but I had it on DS and I enjoyed that personally. What dis? Gimme, gimme, gimme! Yay! We're so close to being able to talk to Knuckles again. Take that. Yeah! Yeah! And Jonathan says, I like the actor who plays Shang Tsung in the 1995 Mortal Kombat movie. Oh yeah, he's great. Now your soul is mine. And Heston says, if you unlock full map, then you can do fast travel. Oh, that's really cool. I didn't know that. Not that Sonic doesn't already go fast, but I know what you mean by like doing even additional fast travel. Alright, let's see if I can time this well. Ah, no! Darn it. Go, go, go. Never mind, I'm just gonna skip that. Oh, there was another thing over there. Maybe it has more medals. What's that? Oh, we found more rock babies. Jonathan says, I think the voices of the characters are the same in the game. Oh, okay. They might be a little different. I don't know if it's like the same like voice actors, but yeah, that's cool. If it is. Let's see. JCat says, I had to do a live stream for work today. It was interesting. What did you live stream on? Or like, what was the topic, if you don't mind sharing? Yeah, thank you folks watching over on Twitch and YouTube. I super appreciate it. What is happening? Where am I? Cool. Just keep going. And yo, what is up? Thank you for stopping in. Oh, Jacob, I'm late, but I made it. Good to see you, Jacob. Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday Junior to you. Thank you so much for popping in. And hello, Merry Christmas, Sebastian Echeverra. Thank you so much for popping in. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a great Friday Junior so far. Thank you folks watching over on Twitch and YouTube. I appreciate it.
Harvest all you need from the island to succeed.
I think I am all good. I just want to check the stream health on Twitch. Okay, cool. And then the chat.
To enhance your speed and vitality.
Jacob says, hi, Omega. Jacob says, what's up? What's up, what's up? And let's see, Omega saying hey to Sebastian.
To raise your strength and resilience.
Ismet says, have you found the fishing spot on this island? No, I haven't yet. And
use your companions to better navigate
J-Cut says, I basically gave an overview of the service I provide and going over what tools we have and how to best utilize the service. Yes, that's awesome. I think that's really cool. Yeah, that sounds like a sales approach type of presentation, but correct me if I'm wrong. Ah, no! I was like, oh, did I miss it? Just barely, but no, I didn't. And Mamoon says, you darn kids and your rock and roll music and your rootin' tootin' raspberries. Yep, classic Mamoon line. Yay, Gatorade time. We're 1 hour in. I'm thirsty. I forgot to drink my second water bottle today. So I try to drink like 200 ounces of water a day, not including Gatorade. So yeah, like, or more or less including the Gatorade. So yeah, I'm behind on that, but I'm very thirsty right now. Let's try this again. Yay! Yay! J-Cut says, yes, I build business proposals for outdoor lighting and audio. Oh, that's really cool. You must get like a lot of restaurants and like venues reaching out for your service. Yay! Another one. How many medals do I have? Well, I have 98 total. I wonder how many I need to talk to Knuckles again. Go, 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 go. Ah, darn it. That didn't work. I think I did that earlier too. Jacob says, I made a whole rock playlist that I played at work yesterday, and everyone kept asking why I was sad. I was like, damn, I didn't realize. Aww. I like listening to sad music, but that doesn't mean that I'm like in a sad mood, so I get that. It can usually be like the opposite sometimes. Like, I'll put on the Smiths, which are like one of the saddest bands ever, and people will be like, what's wrong? Who hurt you? And I'm just like, this is actually my happy list, my happy playlist. And Charles Lamont says, hello everyone, good to see you, Charles. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for popping in. And Ismet says, one thing is annoying about the game is camera angles. I notice sometimes the camera does lock up, and I'm trying to like move it around, but yeah, when it does work, it works great, but when it doesn't, it's very noticeable and frustrating. Pew! Yeah! I believe the game might tell me when or if I can talk to Knuckles again if I have enough rings. I guess I'm not there yet. And Knuckles says, I was trying something different. Oh, I see. What were some of the songs or bands that you had on your playlist, Jacob? I'm just curious. And J-Cut says, mostly residential, but I've done some commercial projects like restaurants, hotels, resorts. That's really cool. And Old School says, my cat's breath smells like tuna. Oh my gosh, why are you close enough to your cat's mouth that you can smell its breath? I'm kind of nervous to ask now. Pew. Get. Yay, we did it. Haha. Pew, 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 pew. One more. Yay, get it. Yay, we did it. Huzzah. Oh, there's another one up there. Okay, let's get that one. El Necron, hey Rhea, good to see you, El Necron. Hope you're doing well. Glad I could come and hang out in the streams last night and today and catch up with everyone. Hope you're having a great Friday, Junior. And Jonathan Mills says, I like some of Evanescence music. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing the band's name. Evanescence, yes. Okay, I think I pronounced it close enough. Yes, I used to love them too. I think they're considered nu metal. I didn't even know nu metal was like a word to describe that genre until like a few years ago. Like when I was a kid listening to that, to those bands, I was just like, oh, I guess this is like hard rock or metal music. But I was like, no, it's not like technically like metal, like the way that we talk about metal music these days. I was so close to getting it. Jacob says Queen, Richie Valens, Foreigner, Bon Jovi, Coldplay, Evanescence, Linkin Park. I play them every day though. Those sound like bands that I would have on my rotation sometimes too. Like that seems like a pretty normal, everyday work-friendly playlist in my opinion. 30 Seconds to Mars. Yeah, I don't see any red flags there. I don't know why people were like weirded out by that playlist. It seems pretty normie to me, to be honest. J Cut says Korn is the definition of new metal band. Yes, so like what I was saying is that like I didn't even know new metal was a word or a term until like a few years ago from hanging around on the internet long enough to like understand that that was the consensus. And Necron says definitely new metal is not metal, if that makes sense. Yes, okay, so that's what I'm trying to say is that like I didn't realize that new metal was a genre until a few years ago. So anything that that is now considered new metal, I thought it was just considered metal at the time. But now in retrospect, I'm like, yeah, Linkin Park is definitely not metal. And Jacob Aram says Blink 182 and Cranberries too. Yes, so like Blink 182 I knew was like pop punk or like I wouldn't consider them emo, even though like they have made some like arguably emo songs. Like I Miss You, like that is definitely like an emo anthem, but I wouldn't necessarily call Blink 182 like a full-blown emo band, if that makes sense. Even though they're responsible for one of the most emo songs ever. J Cut says Flyleaf is one of my favorite new metal bands. Yeah, Flyleaf. I didn't even learn until later on that they're, I guess, a Christian band as well. And then all of their songs kind of have that undertone, and it didn't like sink in until I listened to their music again with the context of that knowledge applied to me listening to it. And I'm just like, oh, it all makes sense now. There were so many signs. And J Cuts says the self-titled Blink 182 album was emo. Wait, so like their first album? Wait, no. So you mean the one from like 2003? Yeah, the one with I Miss You on it. I think that's the one you're talking about. But yeah, Green Day being emo, that's like a new one, or like that was, I wouldn't consider them an emo band, but they did release one of the most emo songs ever, Boulevard of Broken Dreams. And Haunted Wisp in the house. What's up, Haunted? I like to turn my music up real loud and bother people with a band called Headphones. And Ismet says, did you find some portals to do stages? I'm still looking, but in the meantime, I'm collecting medals. And Jacob says, Stay Together for the Kids and Adam's song are kind of emo. Yes, yeah, those Blink 182 songs. And Jonathan says, one of my favorite Evanescence songs is Call Me When You're Sober. Yes, yeah, I like that one too. And J-Cut says, yeah, that. And Jagurgo says, I love Green Day since high school and still do. That was when I got into them too. Like 2003, 2004. What was I, like 11, 12? Yeah. That was like the perfect age to like, to become an emo kid. Jacob says, those are probably my favorites in Blink 182, which probably makes me emo. I don't know. Like at this point, like, does it really matter? Like, I used to listen to like, what are they called? Panic at the Disco, Fall Out Boy, The Bravery, The Killers. I don't know. Some of those might be considered more emo than others, but like as we're listening to them in the current, like in this current year, does that necessarily make one emo if they listen to that music anymore? Maybe back then, but I don't know about now. J-Cut says, I love Gorillaz, Cracker Island with Thundercat. Thundercat is really good. Yeah, the Gorillaz were around back then as well. Let me see, I'm trying to think. I think they were appreciated by emo kids. I don't know if I would consider myself an emo kid. I listened to a lot of emo music though back then. Just for like the sake of argument, let's say I was an emo kid. So like I liked the Gorillaz as well. I wouldn't necessarily like say that the Gorillaz are emo though. What else was I going to say? I forgot. I just think that it's interesting that how our perception of certain bands years later kind of shifted. And Mike Stanshall Porter says, I like all kinds of new music. I'm an old dude. I like old and new. Yes, yeah, me too, Mike. I agree with that. What are some of your favorite bands? J Cut says, The Bravery. They had like 2 good albums and then just vanished. Yeah, they were pretty hard in the paint, man. I remember they were beefing with the Killers when they first came out too. And Jagorgo says, however, New Gold is becoming my new favorite song since Humility. You mean, are those songs by Thundercat? I'm only familiar with maybe like 1 or 2 of his songs. Jacob Aram says, My Chemical Romance. Yeah, I really liked them too. I think after Black Parade is when I like kind of fell off and like didn't really follow much of their music and stuff. I think Gerard Way went on to do like solo music, and then obviously he went on to do comic books. So yeah, he has like a pretty awesome career, all things considered. And J-Cut says, Rhea definitely likes guys who wear eyeliner. You're not wrong. And J-Cut says, Bravery greater than Killers. And Jagorgo says, Daft Punk is also great. Something About Us is such a good song from them. Nice, that's awesome. Yeah, Daft Punk for the win. And too bad they broke up, though. I feel like that's not forever, though. We might see them again in the future. Do I have enough medals now? I want to talk to Knuckles. I wish I could fast travel to him. Oh, Jagorgo says, New Gold and Humility are Gorillaz songs. Got it. Sorry. Pardon my ignorance. Omega says, the Killers are still hold up some great tunes. Yes, I agree. Absolutely. 100%. Jagorgo says, also fun fact, Gorillaz just released a new song this morning. I had a feeling that they were working on new music, so thank you for confirming, because I've heard like, oh, new album's about to drop, or there was like, you know, rumors online. I saw something on Twitter, but it wasn't really like making waves or getting many shares, so I wasn't sure if it was valid or true or not, but yeah, it's cool. It's good to know. Mamoon over on Twitch says, I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Oh, that's, what is that group? From the 90s. They were like this this European dance pop band. I forget. And Mamoon says the Killers are some Ace of Base. Yeah, that's the name of the group, Ace of Base. The sign. Yes. Thank you, Mamoon. And Jacob says, I like Daft Punk. They gave me Zap vibes. Yes, yeah, Daft Punk. Like, the one thing that, like, I feel like is kind of sad, though, is, like, all these musicians that are, like, all these, like, contemporary musicians, like, taking musical cues from R&B and soul and funk artists and disco artists, like, from back in the day, kind of sampling their sound and repurposing it, not really, like, I guess maybe they're giving people credit, but they're not really, like, going out of their way to let people know, hey, like, this is heavily inspired by someone else, you know? It happens when, like, so, like, the intro music that I have, I try to credit, like, who made the remix and who made the original song. But for people who do, like, you know, either, like, what is the word, like, city pop or new funk or future funk remixes of those old 80s songs, you kind of have to, like, catch lyrics and then do, like, a reverse Google search or do, like, a deep dive into Google to try and find the lyrics of the song for someone's, like, for this, and then try to find the song that way. So, yeah, I just feel like, yeah, you shouldn't have to jump through hoops to find out, you know, who did this original song. But, yeah, like, that was my long-winded way of saying, like, yeah, there were, like, other artists who did this, who made these discoveries in music and what you could do, like, way before someone else made it popular, but do we ever really know who they are? Like, so, yeah. Or get to find out who they are. And Jagorgo says that retweet was probably me. Well, I never shut up about Gorillaz. It probably was you, Jagorgo. And Jonathan says, hey, Rhea, have you ever listened to this band called Seven Dust? I have not. What genre are they? Are they new metal? J-Cut says Daft Punk needs to come back. Harder, faster, stronger, better. Bazing. And Mike Stanchill Porter says, well, my favorite of all time is Electric Light Orchestra, and of that time, Cheap Trick and the Cars. Nice. I love the Cars and Cheap Trick. Christian singer Stephen Curtis Chapman, an obscure band from England, The Coral. I haven't heard of those bands. J Cut says Pac-Man by Gorillaz is my jam. I need to listen to that one. I don't think I've heard that one. I'm not like the biggest like Gorillaz head, so pardon my ignorance for a lot of like the songs y'all are recommending or talking about. And Jacob says, I tell everyone that R&B influences everything, but no one can tell me who Roger Troutman is. I know who Zapp and Roger are, but like, I don't know, like, not everyone grew up listening to like old school music, I guess, so I can't be like too mad, I guess, but still, it's like kind of frustrating because, I mean, like, the point I was trying to make is that not everyone realizes how influential these artists are to the music that we listen to. And like they're literally like being sampled, and you know their lyrics are being referenced, and they might get a writer's credit like in the song notes or whatever, but that's basically it. No one's going out of their way to like let people know that these artists are the masterminds behind their whole sound or the sound of like, you know, their biggest hit or whatever. And what is it? Jonathan Mills says they are new metal. Oh, Seven Dust is new metal. And Mamoon says WWE used songs by Seven Dust back in the 2000s. Oh, the early 2000s. Got it. And Mamoon over on Twitch says the Killers have songs I like to sing in karaoke. Cool. What are some songs that you sing from the Killers in karaoke, Mamoon? And Mike Stanchill Porter says, I love the 90s music too, like Weezer, Foo Fighters, Offspring, Green Day, and more. Yeah, those are on my rotation list too. Like I have like general use like rock music that's like high energy enough to like get me going, but that's like non-threatening enough to like not be like offensive for other people to listen to, either when I'm driving or I need, playing music while I'm doing something else like around the house. So yeah. And Mike Stanchill Porter says, newer stuff I like is Fits in the Tantrums, Mayor Hawthorne, Maroon 5, and Meghan Trainor. Yes, those are all really good late 2000s or, what is it? Yeah, late 2000s to like 2010s bands for sure, and musicians. I'm still looking for a Portal Ismet. I haven't found one, so I've just been collecting medals this whole time. And Mike Stanchill Porter says, I like the Killers as well. Yes, big fan of the Killers, yeah. I think that's something we can all agree on. And Jacob says, I know you know, I mean other people who love Tupac but don't know Tupac sampled Zapp and Roger 3 times. Yeah, totally. Or like when they sample Parliament Funkadelic, and even when George Clinton is in the song, they don't realize that, oh cool, like they have the original person who made this song with his band featured on the song. They just realize, oh, there's this cool old guy on the hook, you know, making the song like extra spicy. But I'm like, no, it's his song. They're just rapping over it. And Kever says, I'm lurking at the moment. No worries. Thank you so much for the lurks. Much appreciated. But yeah, I love Parliament Funkadelic so much. Like, big fan. Bootsy Collins, George Clinton, like the whole like family, like they are just so influential. I was trying to think. I'm like, no, wait. What are some other famous rock musicians that were in like soul and R&B groups? I know Jimi Hendrix was in the, what are they called? The Isley Brothers. Yeah, he was in the Isley Brothers group for a minute. I don't know if all you young people know who that is. Maybe Jacob does, but yeah. For a period of time, he was making music with them, so that's pretty cool. Jacob says, yeah, Tupac and Dre just remixed California Love, but it was a Roger song. Yeah. The auto-tune voice, like, it's not a new development. It's been around forever. And yeah, to your point, Jacob, they definitely were pivotal in, like, you know, making it an awesome thing to put in your music. it had like a cool like 80s dystopian vibe too, to have like computerized like auto-tune in your songs. I think that was like a running theme for like the early to mid to late 80s, or like throughout the 80s I should say. It was like incorporating this like sense of technology taking over and like sterilized emotion and stuff. All this other stuff was like really cool. It was part of the aesthetic, I guess. And Mamoon over on Twitch says, Mr. Brightside, all the things that I've done when you were young, read my mind, human, somebody told me, and caution. Oh, those are your favorite killer songs to sing during karaoke. Gotcha. And Hantawis says, got to see them on the north side. Who did you get to see? And Jacob says, Ice Cube has sampled the Isley Brothers a lot. Yes. Everyone has sampled the same Isley Brothers song. So, Good Day by Ice Cube. That was sampled by Usher. And then that was sampled by hella other people. I'm sure there's other songs too, but like off the top of my head, that's definitely one of them. So yeah, to Jacob's point, that's totally true. And then DJ Mega Aim Productions, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. You're referring to the talk box. Yes, I apologize if I'm calling it auto-tune. I didn't know the original name of it. But yes, thank you for correcting me, DJ Mega. Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday Junior to you. Thanks so much for popping into the chat. And Hantawis says, glad my executive order was working that day. Sorry, Hantawis, I'm having trouble referring back to what the context was for that statement that you have in the chat. Hantawis says, Parliament Funkadelic. Oh, you got to see them in concert. That's so rad. That's so awesome. Congrats. Yeah, that must have been like a historic occasion for sure. And Old School says, Tom Petty was in the Traveling Wilburys with Roy Orbison, Bob Dylan, and George Harrison. Oh, dang, that's like super group of all super groups right there, man. Jacob says, oh, there's another one where I can't think of the name. I know, dude. We would be here all day if we were really going to talk about every sample from everyone ever. Like, that's kind of, what hip hop is subverting old school music with social commentary over it. So, I don't know what my point is, but yeah, basically that's what I'm trying to say. And Hantawis says, that's what I was talking about. Okay, thank you for clarifying, Haunted. And Jonathan Mills says, my favorite Neo song is Because of You. Oh my god, Neo, I haven't heard that name in a minute. So yes, I don't know, was I like a Neo fan? I guess. He kind of flew under the radar for me sometimes. He was always kind of like that R&B singer that oh cool, Neo released a new song. But it was so non-threatening, commercial R&B music that it didn't really leave an impact as far as being super memorable. I'm nostalgic for it because it's oh, this is the music I listened to as a kid. So I have memories of enjoying his music to an extent because of, the good times that I had as a kid listening to it, enjoying it and stuff, and watching music videos on TV and all that other stuff. But as far as his impact on music as a whole, I'm not 100% sure. I know that he's a prolific writer for other people's music, so maybe he touched a lot of different songs that I don't even realize that were either produced by him or written by him, so I'll give him credit there. I like The Dream a lot. If I were to say R&B singers that I felt were more impactful to my memory than Neo, it would be The Dream, Jaheim. Jaheim was a good one too. He did some really good R&B music back in the day. And Anthony Hamilton, yeah, I really like him as well. Jacob says, I play Neo every day. Oh my god. Slonka says, Neo Miss Independent. I'm glad someone has some nice things to say about Neo, because I was saying how yes, I did grow up listening to him. Yes, he did write some bangers for a lot of different people, but as far as his own music, I just kind of felt it flew under the radar. Oh, yikes! What did I just do? I did not want to battle you right now. Oh no. Yikes! Oh no, my rings! Oh man, what did I just do? Sorry, I have to focus. Take that. Yeah! Take that. Take these Sonic kicks to the face. Oh no, my rings. Take that. Pew, 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 pew. Ah! Oh my god. Oh no! I have like no rings. Yikes! I want to forfeit this battle. No. Ah! Ah! Darn it! Oh my god. What a nightmare. I did not want to do that. I hope I didn't lose all my medals. That sucked. Jacob says, part of the list, Mad and 1 in a Million are my favorites from him. Oh, Neo. And Jonathan Mills says, oh, I love that Slonko Bomb. And Slonko says, love Jaheim. Yes, love him too. And remix to Jonathan. And the remix to Jonathan, is Jonathan and the remix to Jonathan. Oh yeah, you're talking about the remix to Miss Independent. And Mike Stanchel Porter says, oh, I like Duran Duran too. I love Duran Duran. Yes, love them. Big, big fan. Coming Undone is probably my favorite Duran Duran song. And Jacob says, I consider him to be pretty influential in R&B. I just think people stopped acknowledging R&B completely. And R&B is now slightly rap pop. Yes, yeah, to your point, like... in order for R&B songs to kind of like catch on, there has to be like a rap remix added on or something. But that was kind of the case like for a lot of different songs back in the day. Like R&B singers or pop singers would feature rappers on the remix just to like get their music video like, you know, like more like I guess like more played, I guess. I don't know. Omega says, we're talking about music. Why am I so quiet? Dude, no, it's all good. Yeah, like, if, let me see. If you have additional favorite bands, drop them in the chat because I'm, like, honestly surprised. Everyone has, like, very similar taste in music, even though we're all, like, from different backgrounds and different parts of the internet. Jacob says, Mariah Carey made that popular. Yes, she did. So, like, I would say her and Mary J. Blige. Basically, anyone who worked it with P. Diddy back in the day, like, he made sure that every R&B group or artist that he worked with had, like, a rap remix of their, like, most popular single. I would have loved to hear, like, a rap remix to Real Love by Mary J. Blige. There's probably one out there that's either featuring, like, Notorious B.I.G. or someone else, maybe even featuring Diddy himself. But, yeah. I know that his mark on music is also very influential. But he's another example where, like, he was the catalyst for a lot of great artists, like, in their careers and all that other stuff, but his own music was kind of mid. Like, his bars are not the strongest, obviously. He's definitely, like, the hype man of the music industry and folks that he worked with, but that's just my interpretation of it, to be totally honest. I'm more than happy to hear other people's arguments in favor of his bars. And DJ Mega says, R&B and rap fused into a genre now, and this has been going on since the mid to late 90s. Yes, yeah, you're totally right, DJ Mega. And Omega says, remember Casey and JoJo? Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. They did some awesome music with rappers as well, and then their most famous song ever, All My Life. I cannot. Like, that song is, like, so, like, saccharine. Like, it's so sweet and sentimental, and it's, like... But at the same time, like, I just love it so much. That song and Cupid by 112. Oh my gosh, that's another throwback, 112. Like, yeah, the song Cupid by 112 is just another really, like, overly sentimental song that, like, I just melt anytime that comes on. And Mamoon says, I'm quiet because I'm eating soup, Slanko. Won't let me have a chicken sub. Why won't you get a chicken sub, Mo? I'm going to cook some more chicken tendies after I get off the stream. And Mike Stanchill Porter says, rap interludes and pop songs are like guitar solos for the 60s and 80s. Yes, you're right, Mike. I feel like it's meant to like give it like that crossover appeal for multiple audiences, maybe. And let me see what else. Slanko say with the devil emojis. Well, Mo, I don't know if like your throat is sore or whatever, and you can't eat solid food right now, so that's why you have to have soup. But yeah, sending you well wishes, obviously. Omega says, I was supposed to sing All My Life to my wife during our wedding, but I chickened out. That is such a wedding song right there. Or Jagged Edge's Let's Get Married. It's such a like obvious like wedding song. Like they knew what they were doing. Like when Jermaine Dupri produced that song. Justin Proper just super chatted $5. What's up, Ray? I have a confession to make. I don't actually hate anything. I like horror music, comedies, and I like your channel. Oh, thank you so much, Justin. You came in at the right time. We're talking about music, man. But I don't know if you're like a fan of rap per se. We're also talking about rock music too. Just some of our favorite music growing up. So yeah, if you have any favorite bands you want to drop in the chat, like you'll probably be surprised how many of them people like because we're just covering all the genres. And D Reed in the chat over on YouTube says, so many groups went to Bad Boy to Die. Oh, what's up, D Reed? Good to see you. Yeah, so like to your point, what is one group that I really like that was a Bad Boy protege group? Give me 1 second, because this is an interesting conversation. Total is like another group. They did the song Can't You See What You Do to Me? Our love was meant to be. You were made for me. Yeah, see, I totally like butchered that song, but that song went hard in the paint. And it also had a rap feature with Notorious B.I.G. courtesy of Diddy. So I don't know. Like, I feel like I can give Diddy his flowers for being like such a catalyst for the direction that music went, because I definitely think he helped R&B evolve into like mainstream, like, you know, music for sure. So there's that. But to your point about all these artists went to Bad Boy to Die, I don't know if I 100% agree with that, but I would have to look at every example of whose music he touched or that label has touched, because the shining example of people who went on to succeed are obviously Mary J. Blige. But wait, no, she wasn't part of Bad Boy. She worked with Diddy. I think she might have like just, you know, been produced or like in touch with him, or they were like kind of like adjacent to one another. I don't know if she was ever signed like directly to Bad Boy or not. I have to think about that. And then like Little Kim, was she signed to Bad Boy? She kind of went on to do some awesome work. But yeah, her, like we could argue like, you know, about like, you know, the relevance of her music, you know, like these days, for example. But for what it's worth, she had she's had like a 30-year long career off of, you know, working with him. So there's that. He worked with Mariah Carey. I don't think she was ever assigned to Bad Boy though. So I think like his like production influence is definitely there. But as far as people who got signed to Bad Boy, how relevant they are these days, that could definitely be up for debate. Okay, cool. So let me just check up with the chat. Jacob Aram says, You by Lloyd. Oh, I used to love Lloyd. See, like, okay, not to be mean to Neo, because I know we got some, like, hardcore Neo stans in the chat. I'm looking at you, Slanko and Jacob. But yeah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I have better memories of, like, being a stan for Lloyd back in the day. And Momoon says, Slanko, I can dip my sub in the soup. And Jacob Aram says, Promise by Jagged Edge. Aw, that's a good one. And Omega, I didn't see any love for 112 in the chat, though. 112 was also a group that Diddy had his production credits with. And, I mean, I wouldn't say that they're, like, super relevant nowadays. I haven't kept tabs on their career. Like, you know, I'm not, like, you know, that hardcore into 112 like that. But for what the work that they did do and accomplish with Bad Boy seemed pretty good to me. And it's like super influential. So yeah, like credit where credit's due. Jacob says Only You by 112 is my wedding song. Oh, that's too cute. And Jonathan Mills says, Ray, have you heard of this R&B singer called Lloyd? Yes, I literally just went over that, but yes, thank you for bringing that up. Jacob says Cupid is so good. It really is, though. And sorry, I'm reading these comments all out of order. Justin Proper says, I was listening to a lot of one-hit wonders recently. I love one-hit wonders. Okay, so like my guilty pleasure one-hit wonder is Jenny by Tommy Two Tone, the 8675309 song. I will blast that shit all day or day. Sorry, I didn't mean to curse. Sorry, I'm setting a bad precedent for using inflammatory, derogatory language. But yes, I will blast that song all day or day. And Omega says, "Oh my God, soup and a sub, heck yeah, yes, that's Togo's special right there, or Subway special." Jacob Aram says, High Five. Yeah, that was a New Jack Swing boy group back in the day, Jacob. That's a deep cut. High Five did the song I Like the Way, the Kissing Game song, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And Old School says, Anthrax, Public Enemy, Bring the Noise, and Run DMC, Aerosmith, Walk This Way. Yeah, dude, those are some nice ones. Like, I know that rap rock is, like, considered, like, a newer thing, like, that's related to nu metal. But even back in the day, like, Public Enemy was crossing barriers between like different audiences, working with other rap working with rock groups, and then Run DMC obviously with Aerosmith. So yeah, great points, Old School. And Justin Proper says Tarzan Boy is a very guilty pleasure. What is Tarzan Boy? Is that the name of the band or the song? And Jonathan says I like Lloyd's song. It's called Get It Shoddy. I think the Lloyd oh gosh, sorry, I was confusing Lloyd with Mario. The singer Mario. Oh man, I feel so bad. Yeah, so like I like Lloyd, his first song with Ashanti, Meet Me on the South Side or something. That was another really like overly sentimental R&B song that I just loved as a kid. And D Reed says Bonnie and Clyde by Haystack will be my wedding song. Bonnie and Clyde by Haystack. Let me like put that in Apple Music so I can look it up later. Bonnie and Clyde, Haystack. I might be confused on if that is something that I can listen to on Apple Music or not. Like, I think I looked it up properly. It might be on YouTube. I'll just look it up there. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. I will save it for later. And Jacob Aram says SLV. SLV? What's that? And Courtney says, Hi, Rhea. What's up, Courtney, over on YouTube? Thanks so much for stopping on. I hope you're having a good evening. And Justin Proper says, Decamasaur by Falco is probably the dumbest, most cheesy music video I've ever seen. It's like the room of music videos. I love it. Dude, it's so sick. It is basically like, wait, is Decamasaur by Falco? I thought Falco did Rock Me Amadeus. I apologize if I'm mixing up the groups, or if he did do Decamasaur as well. Yeah, like my 80s one-hit wonders knowledge is a little foggy right now. Another 80s one-hit wonder I really like, other than the one I mentioned, Tommy Two Tone, the 8675309 guy, or band, is Come On Eileen from Dexy's Midnight Runners. I really love that song as well. That is, I will blast that all day or day as well. D. Reed says, Just Roll by Fabu is one hit wonder I love. Nice. Wait, that sounds familiar. I'm going to go ahead and add these to my library just so I can check them out later. Just Roll Fabu. I'm like, is it even on Apple Music? I might have to look it up on YouTube, because a lot of these old R&B songs are not on Apple Music. And I know that maybe sometimes they might be on Spotify, but I don't have Spotify, so I have to default to looking up on YouTube if they're not present on the app that I have access to. Cool, let me just scroll up because I missed a few comments. And D. Reed says, Mary J was never part of Bad Boy. That's what I thought. And Justin Proper says, Old School, I see you're a fan of rock hip-hop collabs. Yeah, those are lit, man. And it's interesting because we started talking about music more deeply after talking about like, okay, what is metal, what is new metal, and what is emo music, and then just sort of spiraled downhill from there. And it's Courtney says, hey, Justin Proper, and Omega says, Justin, I love Tarzan Boy. Oh, is that the Down with the Sickness group? No, that's not them, is it? Justin says, imagine Kendrick Lamar and Panic at the Disco collaborating. That would be awesome. Or that would be awesome. Oh, I think there was a collab between dude from the White Stripes. What is his name? Jack White. I think that's his name. And Alicia Keys. I think they did the theme song for one of the Bond movies. I'm not like the biggest fan of that song, but I guess that's another example. But that's more like a rock and R&B collab, not so much like a rock and hip hop collab. And Justin saying what's up to Courtney, and let's see, everyone's saying what's up, what's up. Let's see. Where am I in the chat? Jacob says, oof, Bad Boy Talk reminds me of Mace and Craig Mack. They were definitely dung wrong. Yeah. So, like, I totally forgot about them. And, yeah, to your point, those would be great examples, like, to D. Reed's point about artists getting screwed over. And DJ Mega Aim Productions, Lil' Kim's first album is still relevant since it's essentially influenced nearly every female rapper afterwards, since most of them followed her template. True, yes, we got to give Lil' Kim her flowers. Absolutely, DJ Mega. And D. Reed saying hi to Courtney. And Justin Proper says, I don't know what name to call Diddy at this point or which one he's using, so I'm just going to call him Sean F. It. Yes, yeah. I just call him Diddy. Like, people know who I'm referring to by saying that. I know Snoop Dogg changed his name a few times, too. Justin says, Rhea, you can swear if you want. I know, but I don't like when other people swear in my chat because then it goes even more downhill. So, yeah, I'm trying to, I'm trying to practice what I preach, basically. And Courtney says, my phone number in college was one digit off. Oh, you had a similar phone number to the 8675309 song. And D. Reed says, Swing My Way is a guilty pleasure, one hit wonder. Oh, the Shorty Swing My Way song? Yeah, that's a really awesome R&B house song. I love that one. I still bump that one. And Courtney says, I'm digging the music talk. Me too. Justin says, Ray, I've actually used 8675309 as a fake number when some dudes tried to hit on me. They were millennials, so they obviously never heard it before. Oh, yeah, that is a strat that I actually try to do as well. If I remember to even do it. Like, sometimes I just, like, say, no, leave me alone. But, yeah, giving them a fake number is also an option. But I would feel bad for the person who answers or gets, like, an unsolicited, like, inappropriate photo from them sent to them via text. DJ Mega says, there was a whole movie soundtrack in the early 90s that was a whole bunch of rap rock collabs. Really? I didn't know about that. What is the movie, DJ Mega? And Jacob says, damn, not mixing Mario and Lloyd. I know, dude. That, like, Mario and Lloyd are completely different people. It would make more sense to confuse Lloyd and Omarion, but I confused Mario and Lloyd. And Omega says, Tarzan Boy is an 80s song by Baltimora. Oh, I see. Okay, so I have to look that one up, too. D-Reed says, Just Roll by Fabu is another one-hit wonder. I think I looked that one up already, so I can listen to it later. And, y'all, I'm way behind on the chat. I'm sorry. Let me just catch up with everyone. Jacob says, Mario Let Me Love You is a classic, but other than that, I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of, like, drawing a blank on what additional Mario songs. Wait, no. Just a Friend is really good, but obviously that sampled the Biz Markie Just a Friend song, which is, in my opinion, objectively better. So, yes. Mike Stanchill Porter says, I Will Be There by Stephen Curtis Chapman was sung at my wedding by a friend. I Will Be Here is a Christian song, but also a love song to his wife. It was popular late 80s, early 90s. You know, another, like, interesting Christian song that is popular that I learned later on was Spirit in the Sky. But then it's another, like, obvious, like, in retrospect, the lyrics are right there. It's literally called Spirit in the Sky, but it, like, went on to be, like, a super awesome 70s rock song revered by a lot of people, not even really like under the guise of it being a Christian song, just like a good rock song. Momoon over on Twitch says, just my opinion, but the Bond theme song for Quantum of Solace by Alicia Keys and Jack White is one of the worst 007 themes. Just my opinion. Momoon, like, I can't say that I'm an expert on all the theme songs, so I'll just say that my opinion on that song is that I've heard more compelling ones, especially like the Adele Skyfall song. I think that is one of my favorites for sure. Madonna Die Another Day also really goes hard. I think there was another artist who, a more contemporary artist, was it Sam Smith, that did a Bond theme as well. Mamoon says Skyfall was so epic. Yeah, the Adele Skyfall song was really epic. And back to the YouTube chat, Falco did Amadeus, I think. That's what I thought. I was asking Justin, like, oh, did Falco do Amadeus as well as Decromasaur? Because, like, I thought Decromasaur was a different band, but I'm open to being wrong about that. Mamoon says, Sam Smith also knocked it out of the park. Yeah, Sam Smith had big shoes to fill after Adele, for sure. And Old School says, fun fact, Whitney Houston's famous song, I Will Always Love You, was written by Dolly Parton. Yes, the Dolly Parton version is actually really nice. I like it, but obviously the Whitney one is the one that I listen to the most. And Dolly Parton's song Jolene obviously like goes hard. I don't think any other cover that I've heard so far has touched like the amount of emotion and desperation that in her voice that was communicated as well. Like, I think other folks like are just sort of like singing in their mind they're singing a popular song, but I would say that Lil Nas X did a pretty good cover of Jolene that I really like, but the original version of Jolene by Dolly Parton is my personal favorite that I've heard so far. I'm open to hearing other versions as well because I love the lyrics for that song. Justin says over on YouTube, he may have done that too, but Falco made the music video of him in front of the blue screen running in place with police cars in the background. It's really bad. And D. Reed says, Silk, Freak Me, Let's Go, Rhea. Oh yeah, these deep cuts for R&B, 90s R&B music, man. Yeah, I need to boot up the 90s playlist again. I usually do it when I'm like cleaning my house because that music just puts me in a good mood to get things done and be productive. SLV is a female group like Total. I brought them up to acknowledge your bad boy point, but I don't think they signed there either. SLV. So like, I almost thought you meant SWV, because I don't think that they are really like connected too much to Bad Boy. They kind of they worked with Pharrell. Pharrell produced their first some of their first few hits. Fun fact there, but I don't know if who you're referring to, SLV, is different from who I'm thinking of, SWV. And Courtney says, what about Boys to Men? Yes, Philly's Finest. That's a great one, Courtney. I'm not like super like knowledgeable on all of their songs, but the ones I do know are really good. And D. Reed says SWV. Yes, that's what I thought. Sam Falcon says, I'm a metal elitist. No worries. I know that folks who love metal, they're also open to like other genres too. Maybe their preference is for metal first, but yeah, I'm down for whatever as long as it sounds good. I don't care. And Justin Proper says, no, it's not Disturbed. Oh, I was saying how Tarzan Boy, I was like, did they do the Down with the Sickness song? So Disturbed did Down with the Sickness, got it. And yes, Jack White, thank you, Justin. And yeah, Jack White and Alicia Keys making that 007 song that I'm pretty sus on. Jacob says, D. Reed, oh my god, you're correct. I was thinking of Joe Budden and Eminem's group. Oh yeah, Joe Budden. Oh my gosh, another rapper from like the early 2000s. Courtney says, they did the Bond theme, yes. And D. Reed says, I know all 90s R&B, I'm a savant. Shine also got really screwed. Shine is another rapper. Like, I think he went away for a few years and then he got out and tried to restart his rap career, I think in like maybe like the early to mid 2000s, and I haven't heard from him since, unfortunately. Jonathan says, I kind of enjoyed the horror anime called Corpse Party. I haven't watched that one. I've been enjoying Chainsaw Man. I don't know if you're watching that, Jonathan. Mamoon says, did he want it to call himself Mamoon? But I said no. And Mamoon over on Twitch says, Alicia Keys is a phenomenal singer, but damn, that was a big disappointment. Yeah. I think what studios or like music companies do, they like figure out how to get like their biggest talent or some of their biggest talent that they have be accessible to be on soundtracks for movies that are coming out, because they're hoping for it to be sort of like, okay, like big movie coming out, super relevant to talk about, and then some artists that we want to like, you know, be a part of it, and it'll boost the names of both of those, you know, projects together, like the theme song and or the soundtrack and the movie. But I don't think that happened with the Jack White and Alicia Keys song. It was just too random to like to really like make sense, I guess. Like I don't really like I don't know what the intention was. I'm like, were they contractually obligated to make this song? Is like my thought there. And Justin says, "Oh, that's Tarzan Boy in text form. You have to listen to it." I do, because like I'm reading it as like the Disturbed song. Courtney says, do you read what year did Pony by Genuine come out? Wasn't it like 94, 95? I could be totally wrong. I'm so behind on the chat. Sorry. Where are we at? Sorry, I'm trying to read everyone's chat. Y'all are having a ball. And D-Reed says 96, Courtney, my grad year. Oh, 96. Okay, I was totally off. And Sam Falcon says, Justin, the song you're talking about was also a Listerine song for a commercial. And Jacob says, I love talking about music, but I feel bad for who participates with me, because like I can go on for hours and hours. Well, like whenever I used to work in like retail or food service, and it would be really, really slow nights, all we would do is just like play music on the intercom and just talk about our favorite bands and stuff. So it's a good way to pass the time. And then we would just like either be doing prep, washing dishes, or cleaning while we do it. So it was pretty fun for that. And let's see, Courtney says, mine too. Oh, you graduated in 96? Nice. And Nicole ATX, what's up, Nicole, over on YouTube? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. We're just talking about some music. I need to catch up in the chat. I'm way behind. And Sam Falcon says, the country song Remember When makes me a little emotional. Who was the artist behind that one? Jacob says, I played Just a Friend by Mario at work one time, and someone told me it was a terrible remix, so I never played it again. Oh, they totally called you out. Now you're all self-conscious about your playlist. And D-Reed says, Justin Proper had hair, period, back then. Oh my god. Courtney says, I had Justin Proper convinced I was 80. Oh my god, really? And Justin says, my favorite theme song is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Very metal, very awesome. Yes, that theme song goes hard in the paint for sure, Justin. And Courtney says, we just did a stream on Bond themes last week. Nice. And Justin says, I played along with it. Oh, that's so cool. Sam says, Snake Eater from Metal Gear is a better song than any Bond song. I have not heard that one. I haven't played any of the Metal Gear games, so apologies for my ignorance. And Old School says, fun fact, Biz Marquis sang Just a Friend off key on purpose. Yes, yeah, I figured. It was part of his shtick. Yes, big shout out to him. Rest in peace. And Mike Stanchel Porter says, Duran Duran of You to Kill was a great Bond song. I need to play that one because I'm drawing a blank on how it sounded. And Justin Proper said, so I made this joke, not sure how it'll go down, but here it is. Okay, you're further down in the chat, so I gotta read other people's first. Jacob says, oh yeah, no one knows that Dolly Parton song is the original. And Nicole says, Dolly has written some iconic songs. She really has, though. G-Reed says, John B, can't F with him. I love John B, man. And Omega says, after letting all the cold out of my fridge, I have decided to make stir fry with chicken for lunch. Nice. It's pretty late for lunch, though. It's almost dinner time. But yeah, go ham. Courtney says, fun fact, part 2, Biz Marquis was regular on Yo Gabba Gabba. Yes, yeah, a lot of really awesome musicians were featured on Yo Gabba Gabba, to your point. Nicole ATX says, no diggity. Yeah, the 112 song. And Omega says, thank you all so much for keeping the chat clean and fun. You guys are the bee's knees and the bear's chairs. Yes, thank you so much, y'all. This is an awesome combo. And Let's see. Momoon says Bears chairs, they must be big. And DJ Mega says the movie called Judgment Night. It had collabs with Helmet and House of Pain. Oh, House of Pain, yeah. And Teenage Fan Club, De La Soul, Living Color. Yes, I love Living Color. Oh my god. Cypress Hill, Biohazard, and Onyx. Oh my gosh, that sounds like an amazing soundtrack. Justin Proper says, when I first heard Broccoli, that little Yachi song, I thought it was very progressive. I thought, it isn't great that music producers are giving out record deals. I'm not reading that, Justin. Oh my gosh, bye. Mumble rap is like the only genre I really don't like. Roommates used to play it all the time. I mean, to each their own. At least like you're acknowledging that other people can like their music. You're just gonna, you know, chill over here. So yes, I appreciate that. I mean, I'm guilty of enjoying mumble rap, to be honest. And I also really love emo rap too. And trap music, and yeah, just like a lot of like really modern rap music. I love a lot. Trap R&B. And Nicole ATX says, I get so weak in the knees I can hardly speak. Oh, the SWV song, yeah. And let's see, Omega says the biggest bear chairs. And Justin Proper says, I think a lot of people who like metal really like guitars being prominent in their music. And DJ Mega says Faith No More, Booyah, Tribe, A Tribe Called Quest, Slayer, and Ice-T, and Mudhoney, and Sir Mix-a-Lot. Oh my god, what an awesome lineup of folks on that playlist. On that soundtrack. Momoon says reggaeton is the bane of my adult young years. I loved reggaeton. I like that it's like this reggaeton crawled so that Bad Bunny could run type of vibe today. Justin Proper says, I really hope the joke goes over well. I mean, it might have hit well with other people in the chat. Jonathan says, I'll check it out. Oh, I was talking about Chainsaw Man, the anime. Nicole says, remember rapper Mace? He became a Christian rapper. Yeah, Mace. We were just talking about artists whose careers started at Bad Boy, but then they kind of like, suffered a little bit. And D. Reed says, Saliva was an underrated band back then. Was that a rock band? I am so far behind in the chat. Jacob Aram says, no diggity was Blackstreet, Rhea. Sorry. Yeah, I had a complete brain lapse there. I apologize. I put 112. Or I said 112 when they said no diggity. I apologize. And I'm so behind on the chat. Where are we? Justin says, I've seen Disturbed twice. They were amazing. Saw Red Hot Chili Peppers, Second Row, AC/DC, Guns N' Roses with Slash, Avenged Sevenfold, Slipknot, the list goes on. Mamoon says over on Twitch, working at a swap meet in a Latino majority community, reggaeton was blasted there all day. And Bat Channel, what's up, Rhea? Good to see you. Trey, hope you're doing well. Happy Friday Junior to you. We're just having a convo about some of our favorite bands while I pretend to play Sonic Frontiers. And Omega says, Baltimore and Disturbed crossover, make it happen. Mike Stanchel Porter says, I graduated high school in 81. Cool in the Gang Celebration was the song of the year for our high school. Sam Falcon says, I took my daughter to her first concert this year. She's 15. We went to see Slipknot together. Alan Jackson does remember when. Oh, so, yeah, Slipknot's been around for a while. That's really cool that kids these days are, so still into them. And Hanta Whiff says, I like to make Weird Al Yankovic style replacements for whatever I find myself listening to, except post-rock because it has little to no vocals. And D. Reed says, no props to Vanilla Ice. He's cool. I remember as a kid liking the movie Cool as Ice or Cold as Ice. I forget what it's called, but yeah, his little movie that he did. He's cool in the Ninja Turtles movie too. Like, go ninja, go. And Courtney says, that's just a given, D. Reed. Nicole says, Sam Falcon, oh my god, Slipknot, one of my faves stuff. And yes, sorry, Jacob. No Diggity was by Blackstreet. PSA, y'all. And Courtney says, his hardcore music, I'm talking about, of course, D. Reed. G. Reed says, my Courtney, he could have kept that. And Jacob says, but yes, 112 deserved more recognition. Yes, absolutely. Justin says, lol, Ray, I didn't expect you to read it. I was very hesitant. I'm asking what people think of it. I'm sorry you had to read that. It's okay. I understand. Thank you, though, for the support, Justin. I appreciate it. Yeah, this has been a fun convo. Courtney says, give me just 1 second. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to catch up with the chat. Okay, cool. So, Where are we? Haunted Wisp says, I'd like to ask people, do they use headphones for night listening or night mode or lower volume? Or do you just like neighbors with pitchforks at your door? And Courtney says, Slayer, Mudhoney, yes. And D. Reed says, Brownstone too, who remembers? DJ Mega Aim says, Jay-Z and Linkin Park also did a rap rock collab as well, even though Linkin Park is already kind of rap rock new metal as well. And Momoon says, okay, gots to go, see you late. All right, take care, Momoon, feel better, and yes, thank you so much for hanging out. And DJ Mega says, and I think Biohazard, but I'm not sure. And Nicholas with the friend code. Oh, okay, thank you so much for dropping that in the chat, Nicholas. At the moment I'm not adding friends for gaming, but I appreciate you stopping in, and I hope you're having a great evening so far. Justin says, what's interesting is that my friends who like mumble rap laugh at it the hardest. They love it. I was thinking of doing stand-up just once. See how it goes. You can only live once, right? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is very true. And Bat Channel says, little favorite bands, Journey, Skillet, Linkin Park, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Ooh, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Nice. I also listen to a lot of soundtrack music. Yeah, soundtrack music is great when I'm trying to, focus on work and stuff. But yeah, Linkin Park. There's a lot of love for Linkin Park in the chat for sure, Trey. DJ Mega Aim says, D-Reed, I love their songs, Grapevine. And D-Reed says, yes, DJ Mega. And I feel like DJ Mega and D-Reed are like kindred spirits when it comes to music. I feel like they grew up and know all the same music. And Sam Falcon says, Nicole, it was extra special because I listened to them when I was in high school, and it was both our first show. Courtney says, I have to run, but this was fun. Bye, all. Much love. Thank you so much, Courtney, for stopping by. And Jonathan says, I love Ninja Turtles 2 from 1991. Sam Falcon says, Slipknot show. Oh, right. You went to a Slipknot show in high school. Okay, that's why it was so special. Gotcha. So that's why it was cool that you went with your daughter when she was in high school. Yes, makes sense. Justin Proper says, I really enjoy music channels like Punk Rock, NBA, and Become the Night. Become the Night was actually my first official YouTube appearance. Oh, I haven't heard of those channels. And Nicholas, just like a heads up, while we're hanging out and chatting, we usually try to keep it centric to the topic. We're talking about like music, and right now I'm playing Sonic Frontiers. So if you could just keep the conversation centered on that would be really appreciated. I'll go ahead and remove that comment. So thank you so much. I appreciate it for your support. And Just a Proper says, that tree rock guy in the Sonic game has been very patient. Yes, he has. I'm just busy catching up on the chat. I'm so behind. And yes, go Ninja, go, Justin. 702 was my bays. Oh, 702 is another all-women group for sure. And Biggie D's Arcade. Hi, Rhea. Good to see you, Biggie. Hope you're doing well. Yes, we're over 2 hours now. I barely played any Sonic, but we were having a great convo about music that we like. So, yeah, if you have any favorite bands, like we've been talking about, like rock, pop, hip-hop, R&B, all that jazz. Old School says, Shiny O'Connor saying, nothing compares to you. It was written by Prince. Oh, Sinead O'Connor. Yeah. That is true. Her breakout song was written and performed originally by Prince. Omega says, take care, Moon. Sorry, still prepping the stir fry. That sounds amazing right now. I wonder do I want to make stir fry again? Because like I did chicken, eggs, and cauliflower rice yesterday, and it was bomb.com. So I might just make that again today. And Jacob Aram says, Roger has a nice version of Heard It Through the Grapevine. Oh, really? I love that song from Marvin Gaye. I have to check it out. Haunted Whiff says, unless you live multiple lives, you will always live with the karmic mistake of listening to the wrong music. And Mega Aim says, there was a rap rock collab between the Fat Boys and the Beach Boys for the song Wipeout. Oh my gosh, the Fat Boys. I'm so, like, I'm livid that you brought them up. They're just, like, so fun. Yeah, I remember watching for the first time their movie Disorderlies. It was just as terrible as you would imagine if you're familiar with like the Fat Boys and like their whole shtick. But it's like cheesy in a good way. Like if you like Good Burger, you might like Disorderlies, like the movie Good Burger. Justin says, speaking of rap rock, Linkin Park and Jay-Z was straight fire. Yes, I agree. That was a fire album for sure. And Mike Stanchel Porter says, I really like the 90s band No Doubt. Me too. I love Gwen Stefani, No Doubt, all of that. Definitely agree. Justin says, being compared to Sebastian Bach must suck. He gave one of the best performances I've ever seen. Very nice guy. And Old School says, not sure if it's true, but I've seen an interview where Vanilla Ice stated he paid $1 million to Queen so he wouldn't have to pay royalties Under Pressure anymore. I think he, for a period of time, he tried to argue that he didn't sample the song, even though it was completely obvious that he did. But yeah, I don't know anything about him actually paying them any money. Justin says, everyone who's seen me on YouTube knows I'm a fan of AC/DC. People in Max's chat call me the AC/DC guy. And Justin says, a lot of bands perform where I work. I met the guys from Winger and Skid Row. I gave Skid Row's new singer some words of encouragement. I saw a sparkle in his eye and he needed to hear it. Oh, that was in the context of what you were saying about being compared to Sebastian Bach. Gotcha. And let's see. Scrolly. I'm still so behind. Mattia says, don't forget to like the video, everyone. Thank you, Mattia. Justin says, everyone who's seen me on YouTube, oh yeah, I think I read that. You're the AC/DC guy on Max's channel. And Hauntawist says, yeah, guys, don't forget to like the video. This is a difficult thing Rhea is doing, moderating the conversation. Yes, I apologize that I haven't done much gaming, but I'm enjoying chatting with y'all. It's been fun. Justin says, I had a rock band tier list pinned on my Twitter. It's called the Definitive Rock Band Tier List. Fans of The Doors, Tools, and Pink Floyd really hated it. Yeah, I know that the bands The Doors and Pink Floyd are highly revered, and I know that they do have some bangers for sure, but part of me does feel like they are kind of overrated to an extent. They went on to influence other bands that I like a lot more, like Echo and the Bunnymen. That's one of my favorite bands that The Doors and Pink Floyd were heavily influential on, just off the top of my head. And Mike Stanchel Porter says, all-women group, remember the rock band The Donnas? Where did they go? An early 2000s band. Oh, that was, that name sounds so familiar. There was another all-female band. Wasn't it like an all-punk band? I'm drawing a blank. It was like Joan Jett and some other women. I don't know. There was a movie. Someone in the chat is probably more knowledgeable and knows what I'm talking about. Jonathan says, I used to listen to this artist called Fetty Wap. Yes, My Way. Yes, I used to love Fetty Wap as well. I wish he would make more music. He was great. Jacob says, you should check it for sure. It's 10 minutes though, but again, shows you why Roger was a great musician. Oh, his cover of Heard It Through the Grapevine? Yeah. And Justin says, nobody fully agreed with it, but I love the conversation it started. Yes, absolutely. I agree. That's always a good thing to talk about music with folks. Jacob says, oh my god, In Vogue. Yes, absolutely. That's another great, awesome all-women band or group. Mike Stanchel Porter says, AC/DC is an awesome rock band. Hell yeah. And King of Passion. Hello, Rhea. Good to see you, King of Passion. Hope you're doing well. Thanks so much for popping in. Matthias says, I love Ghost. Ghost is in the Patrick Swayze movie or Call of Duty Ghost, or I need more context of what you're referring to. And Mattia. Justin Proper says, I'm the AC/DC guy and the guy who doesn't shut up. D-Reed says, and Brick and Lace on your playlist, Rhea. Add Brick and Lace on your playlist, Rhea. Okay, hold on. Let me look up Apple Music. Apple Music is kind of a disappointing place to look for anything that's not mainstream music, but hold on. Maybe they'll surprise me. Brick and Lace. Oh, they're a group. Okay, so yeah, they are present. Okay, cool. I'll go ahead and put a little star there. Okay, cool. Awesome. Thanks for the plug, D-Reed. Okay, and Mattia says, The Doors overrated, disliking the video and unsubscribing. Mattia, I'll say that they influenced a lot of all of my favorite bands, so I give them flowers for that, and obviously their influence on other bands and music as a whole. So I totally acknowledge, their impact on history and all that stuff, but as far as me going out of my way to listen to them, I'd rather listen to the bands that came after them. That's just me though. I apologize if I insulted you though. And Hauntawist says, I get worried that the spring on the screen is going to start to close in on poor Sonic. I know that super menacing spring. I still haven't figured out how to defeat them. And Jacob says, isn't Fetty in jail? I have no clue. I haven't been keeping tabs on Fetty Wap, unfortunately. And Justin Proper says, one of the out of the left field bands I like is Danger Kids. The drummer, Katie Cole, is amazing. I love it when when I see women in rock and metal. Hart and Joan Jett were great. Oh yeah, Hart and Joan Jett for sure. D. Reed says, Jade girl group needs their props. Yes, Jade is great. Another great, awesome female, all women R&B group from the 90s. Justin Proper says, Mike Stanchel Porter, you're an intelligent, insightful person. He really is, though. And Mike Stanchel Porter says, Ray, are you talking about the 70s all-women group, The Runaways? Yes, Mike, that's the name of the movie, too, so thank you so much. I just had a total brain lapse right there. Matthias says, I love the rock metal band Ghost. Oh, gotcha. Sorry, I had no idea about this band, so thank you for dropping that rec in the chat. Hans Brand, Rhea, what's up, Hans Brand? Oh, Hans, you're going to be disappointed, but Glowsticks won the member vote. But we may be able to add a rage emoji in the future. Hope you're doing well. Thanks so much for coming in. Omega says, the music band Ghost, they split off to make other bands Priest. And, Priest, that reminds me of Judas Priest. That is another super awesome metal band that I really like. And Omega says, early Priest had great songs, the latest stuff, nah. Justin Proper says, Mattia, everyone's tastes are vary. I don't like the Doors either. Justin says, Smash Mouth is a better version of the Doors. Oh man, that is a spicy take, Justin. Mattia says, Bat Channel, my man. I know, Bat Channel, all day, Trey. Mattia says, just kidding, obviously. Justin Proper says, Mike Stanchel Porter, you rock. He really does, though. And Honto says, I like Stevie Nicks, but she is way before your time. I like Stevie Nicks as well. I like her stuff with Fleetwood Mac, and then I like her song that Prince wrote, Stand Back. That one is one of my favorites of hers. I'm actually probably going to listen to that while I cook dinner. Mike Stanchel Porter says, so do you, Justin Proper, you rock. And Matthias says, yes, only the first Priest album is great. And Justin says, at a music festival, I saw Ghost, who are branded as a satanic metal band, right after seeing Red, a Christian rock band. That is so funny. Oh my gosh, y'all. I think I'm going to wrap up and start dinner. And Mike Stanchel Porter says, I like the Doors and Smash Mouth. Jonathan says, I think Sean Kingston retired. Oh, Sean Kingston, the dude who wrote Beautiful Girl. Yeah, that like pop reggae song back in the day. All right, so now that we're going to wrap up, I'm going to thank everyone who joined us over on Twitch. Thank you to Momoon for hopping in over on the chat there. And I'll go through the list and thank folks who tuned in over on YouTube as well. That channel says, great show, Rhea. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Thank you so much, Trey. I appreciate it. D. Reed says, Journey equals legends. I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah, they're definitely up there. Their influence is undeniable. Huntawist says, thanks for the stream, Rhea. Jonathan Mills says, bye. Jacob Aram says, good night, Rhea. You're awesome. No, you're awesome, Jacob. Thank you so much. And Matthias says, I'm not talking about Judas Priest. Oh, no, I understand. You reminded me of Judas Priest by saying the band Priest. And Mike Chill Porter says, thanks for the conversation. Thank you. And thank you to Mike, Mattia, Jacob, Jonathan, Haunted Whiffs, D. Reed, Bat Channel Trey, Justin Proper, all coming into the chat, having this awesome convo. Thank you for coming in, Hans, Omega Ace Gaming. Again, Omega Ace just smashed 800 subs and is doing an awesome community giveaway over in his channel, so definitely check him out there. And Slunka Bomb Gaming also just smashed 500 subs. She's fast tracking her way to 600 subs, actually. So yes, definitely check out her stuff. She had a celebration stream earlier too. And thank you for coming in, King of Passion, and who else was here earlier? Courtney was also here earlier, and Nicholas Sanford. Let's see who else. DJ Mega Aim, thank you so much for coming into the chat. Biggie D's Arcade, Sam Falcon, thank you so much for stopping by too. And let's see who else. Nicole ATX, thank you so much for hanging out with us earlier. And sorry that you came in when I was so behind on the chat though. Let's see, Momoon over on YouTube too. Thank you so much, Mo. Sending you well wishes. Old School, thank you so much for hanging out over on the YouTube chat as well. Let's see. Just scrolling. Yeah, lots of folks. We're engaged on the music conversation. Love to see it. And I know that, who else was here earlier? Kever M, thank you so much for holding it down in the chat. And let's see, who else was here? I apologize if I'm forgetting people because the chat moved really, really fast, so I can only scroll up so much. D. Reed says, good stream. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. And Mattia says, see you all next time. Hit that like button. Thank you so much. Mike Stanchel Porter says, Journey is awesome. And Omega says, heck yeah, Mike. And Justin says, thank you, Raya. This is great. I never get to talk about music. Yeah, I know. It's very seldom that we all get to really talk about that because we go on channels that talk about very different topics. But yeah, good times. Fun times, Omega. Fun times. And Justin says, I saw Journey with Arnold Pineda. What a pleasure it is to see him perform. On that note, we'll go ahead and play the outro, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. All right, take care. Bye.